On every pitch, you have to keep in mind the damage he can do on the base paths. Jose Reyes, the job's to keep him off. The American League East has Toronto. The American League Central, Detroit. They are here in Toronto. Gary Thorne, John Kruk, Steve Phillips, 2K Major League Baseball. And it's R.A. Dickey. He's their starter. Steve, what do you think? What's he thinking about looking at this Detroit hitters lineup?
For R.A. Dickey on the mound, a knuckleball pitcher, a guy who throws the knuckleball a little bit harder than the prototypical knuckleballer, more in the mid-70s, where a lot of guys would throw it in the mid-60s.
Here's the offensive lineup for the Tigers. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, we all know Prince Fielder can hit home runs. I mean, it's some of the most prodigious home runs you'll see. Those high lofting shots that go about 450 feet. But what people don't understand is he's a guy who can walk a lot. He's also a great hitter with runners in scoring position. Prince Fielder's more than just a power guy.
It's Dirks at the plate. He'll be starting us off in this game for 2K Sports.
Left fielder, number 12, Andy Dirks.
A smash to first, and he cannot come up with it. And he can't recover in time. That's going to go as an error.
Right fielder, number
So here's how Toronto will stack up defensively. John, keeping an eye on anyone?
Well, one of the most electrifying players offensively in baseball is Jose Reyes, but also defensively, he can bring some electricity to that position also. A highlight reel every single time he takes the field.
Swing and a drive, deep left center. This one to Rasmus. One away. And that will hold him at first.
Now batting for the Detroit Tigers. Third
Runner on for Miguel Cabrera.
You know, one time this is one of the greatest rivalries in baseball. In the 80s and 90s, great matchups. These two teams squaring off in the same division. They're not in the same division anymore, but they still play good baseball against each other.
This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And he gets over to take care of business. And now Steve was mentioning that the two ball clubs, Jays and Tigers, are in separate divisions, John. They only match up 6 times in the year.
It's still a pretty good rivalry. And not like it was in the heyday of Gibson, Morrison, Carter, and all those guys, but the Jays and Tigers still go at it pretty good when they get together.
A runner on first with 2 outs. And Dickey will get him swinging for the first strike.
Well, he likes to go to the jump once he gets up 0-1 in the count, so you better stay back.
Lined right at the second baseman. On that one, eats him up. But he stays with it, gets the out. That's how you do it. And that inning on a plus, R.A. Dickey. He gets through the first inning without allowing a hit. So it'll be the Toronto Blue Jays, bottom half of the first.
for the Toronto Blue Jays.
And Anibal Sanchez gets ready to throw. He's starting for Detroit. Steve, how's he going to handle these Toronto bats in this game?
Well, Anibal Sanchez on the mound. The guy's got a no.
Smash towards the middle. And he's on. First batter up. That could be a good sign offensively. Now let's take a look at how John Farrell will line him up offensively. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, most of the time when you go into a game, the scouting report on a team is who can't we let beat you. Most of the time it's the big power guy in the middle of the lineup. But when you're playing against Jose Reyes,
Bautista, the ground ball. And he boots it.
Now batting for the Toronto Blue Jays, first baseman.
It's a good time to take a quick look how the Tigers line up defensively. Highlights, John, from these fielders.
Well, even if he couldn't play a lick of defense, you'd still find a way to get Miguel Cabrera's bat in the lineup on a daily basis. But he's adapted well to first base. You have to remember, the minor leagues, he was a shortstop. He got to the big league.
Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And it's going to be Hunter. Roams over, puts it away.
Now batting for the Toronto Blue Jays, left fielder.
Melky gets the RBI chance.
Well, Melky Cabrera got out of the Yankee melting pot and had a great year for the Kansas City Royals, putting together a solid 2011 campaign.
He plays it on the hop, gets one at second, and fielder not able to turn that into a double play.
Designated hitter.
And Lynn's batting. A lifetime .290 hitter against the Tigers. Cabrera at first. Reyes is at third. Line drive left of the bag and foul. Sanchez gets set and delivers. Lind on the ground with it. Throws to first, side is retired. So they pick up no runs, one hit, and strand a couple. Both teams still looking for that first run here in Toronto. 5, 6, 7 hitters to get things started.